Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. I want to talk about the IRS and recent news about the IRS warning people about these new requirements that if you use a third-party pay app in equal to or greater than $600, you are going to be sent to 1099. And I want you to understand that the warning is more of a trap. And let me explain. Stick with me for a few minutes if you haven't seen this channel yet, because sometimes it takes me a second to get rolling. It's early in the morning. We'll have a cup of coffee together. How's that? First off, I've owned a lot of businesses. I've used third-party payment apps before. I've done tons of side hustles, made lots of money. And a year ago, so right now in the news is all this stuff about the IRS warning you that get ready, you're going to get a 1099 if you use third-party payment apps in a specific way or fashion, and you're going to get 1099. And even if you don't get that 1099, I want you to understand you're going to be liable for it, even if it doesn't show up in the mail and you are unaware of it. That's why these warnings are coming out. You're seeing a lot of people on YouTube like telling people about this, because it's all over the news. Well, actually, before this even happened, because this rule, this IRS tax rule came into effect January 1st of 2022, and I did a video about it. As a matter of fact, it was my most successful video of all times, over 1 million views, a week prior to the year starting last year. So it's almost a year old, and I was warning people to do something different, to change something, the way they do things on their third-party payment apps so they wouldn't be caught with this, or at least if they did, they would know and they would file their taxes right. Because just like if you do something illegal, you get pulled over by an officer in a different state and you do something illegal and you're like, officer, I don't even live here. I didn't know this law. I don't know. If he decides or she decides to write you a citation for it, you're still liable. You need to understand the laws, and if you don't, you're still liable for them. And when it comes to IRS withholdings and tax rules, you still are liable. And this is going to cause a lot of people, millions and millions of people, a lot of heartache because this can trigger an audit. So let me explain it real quick. The baseline: if you use a third-party payment app, there is an option in that when you send money to someone, it is either for goods and services or for just sending friends and family money. If the person that's sending you money sends it under the goods and services tab, which usually comes with a couple other things, like with PayPal, it has, is it an item being shipped? Can you give us a shipping date, tracking number, and so on? What happens is that now starts to add up. And if it's $100 and another 100, then another 100, and then eventually hits $600 or more, what it does is PayPal now, or Venmo, or any of these third-party apps, every Cash App, every single one of them are held to the same rule the IRS made. They now are going to issue two 1099s. It's the same one, but one goes to the person that was taking money for a good or service. The other one goes to the IRS. So let's say that you changed the addresses, or you file your taxes right away, and then this thing comes in the mail later. If you did not include that, the IRS knows about it because that third-party payment app sent a copy to the IRS. Now, it doesn't mean that they're going to audit you, but they could. And again, none of this is tax advice. I'm not a tax preparer. I'm not a tax advisor or professional. But I own a handful of businesses, and I've been doing a lot of side hustles. This is something that I covered in my side hustle course, why it's so important for people to be aware of. I just ran into an issue the other day with that. And I'll tell you the story right now. I was buying some goods off of Facebook, and the guy was sending it to me, shipping it to me. I sent him the money through PayPal, and he said, "Oh, this isn't going to work out. PayPal says they're holding the money for 21 days." And so he said, "Can you use Cash App?" I said, "I don't use that. I have money in my PayPal account." And he says, "Well," and I said, "Well, this just isn't going to work out. Sorry." And he refunded the money super quick, just blazing fast. Came right back to me. And then I thought about it for a second. I go, "Wait a minute. Why are they holding your money?" And he goes, "Oh, it's a new account. And they're saying that for new accounts, they want to make sure it's not fraud, so they want to hold it." I said, "I don't think that's the case." And I said, "Let me hold on a second." I go, I sent it under goods and services. I'm like, "Do you do this for business?" And he goes, "Yeah, I make money on the side, flipping things on the side to make ends meet." And my heart went out to him. And this is exactly why I wrote that side hustle course: how to start a side hustle, how to prepare things, how to budget, how to do, start a corporation, all that kind of stuff. Because I said, oh man, you don't know about this withholding thing, do you? And he said, no. And I said, let me try something. I have a feeling that the reason why they're holding the money is almost like an escrow system to where the money goes to you, you send the tracking number, and then, because I hadn't sold anything on PayPal for just a little while, and he said, and then once the goods get to me, the money's released to you. He said, I've never heard of that. He said, I'm pretty sure it's the new thing. Well, let me try and resend it through the friends and family. So I sent my friend, my new friend. We made friends real quick, actually. So that's the truth, because I want to make friends with people all over the world and help people, especially with things like this. I sent it to him, and he goes, well, let me check. And we're on the phone talking. I send my new friend money, and he like, it's in my account. Holy cow. And that showed me a lot. And I'm like, I got to make another video about this. And he was completely unaware that he's going to be getting a 1099 from PayPal, and that the IRS is going to be getting a 1099. And now he has to either prove that he has a business or he doesn't. Think about that. That is going to be tragic for so many. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people around the country are going to have to prove to the IRS that they do not have a business, because they're going to be, that money will be taxed as a business. It will be looked upon as a business because the person sending the money to them sent it under the goods or services category. And that is absolutely crazy. If this is something that's affecting you, please do me a favor and everyone else a favor in this nation right now and share this video out, because it's such vital information that what's done is done. I did the video, it got like 1.5 million views or something like that, and 1.1. And like, as a matter of fact, if any of you became subscribers, it got like 40,000 subscribers, I think, from it. Please put down in the comment section. But I tried to warn beforehand. Well, now it's done. So what do you do now? So the good news is, I know it sounds crazy for many people that go, oh my gosh, I sold like $15,000 worth of stuff out of my garage this year, on eBay or Facebook, and I used PayPal or Venmo or Cash App to take that money. Well, you may be in a situation where you now have the ability to write off a lot of great things. And that's why I started that side hustle course. So, this may be thrusting you into business. Or on the other side, you might go, crap, I don't have a business. I was just selling my stuff. So you have to get together with your tax preparer and you need to go, okay, how do we file this? Because this wasn't goods or services. I don't have a business. I was just clearing out the stuff I had in my house. And your tax preparer is more than likely going to tell you need to have what's called a cost basis, which means you're going to have to sort of prove, especially if it goes to an audit, how much you paid for that stuff. So did you take a loss for it? So you see where I'm going with that. So this is something that I want to warn you about, because it's here. And honestly, those IRS agents, those tens of thousands of IRS agents that just were hired, I'm going to be honest with you, they weren't for the wealthy. They're for this. You see, that's the thing, and that's why I want to warn people. You don't, rob a nation by taking a little bit of money, a lot of money from a little bit of people. You take just a tiny fraction of money from the masses, and they never see it. And even if they did see it, because everybody else is getting taxed the same, they don't scream and yell about it. That's the truth of what's going on, and I want you guys to understand how serious this is. But at the same time, just like this channel was made to show all the crazy, serious stuff that's happening to the economy, how the economy is collapsing, it's also an opportunity for you to become wealthier than anyone else or any time in your life. And the reason why is because you will be one of the very few people that see what's coming, and you're going to take advantage of it. There's so many opportunities. When this housing market crashes, I want to show millions of people how to buy not only their own home, but multiple rentals, and then be good landlords and be good people. And we will take back what was stolen from us. Guys, I hope you got something out of this. Please share this video if you got something out of it, so that someone else may be blessed, because that's truly how you get blessed, is by blessing other people. All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.